think you're on.
Okay, I'm not sure if we're live. Sorry if... Greetings, Shelpers. Sorry about that. Problem is, we just upgraded the OBS, and it's been a while since we've done that. So I actually don't have the indicator anymore, so... Okay.
This is so you can see the chat better now.
Thank you, my sweetheart. Yeah, he pulled it down for me so I could see chat better. Alrighty, let's get going. I put a poll up on Twitter, and most of you, or the majority, voted for suspending suspending Lost Judgment until after Cat Quest 2 is completed. So that is why we are back at Dave today, which is fine, and we'll see how far we can go. And we'll see if I actually can do things on here. You see, I wasn't very smart in my first playthrough, and like I didn't like hire people at first hardly, and a few other things, and I really should have done that. So yeah, okay, I did my Cooksta app. We need, do we need a lot of followers here? Okay, that'll be fine. So we're gonna go and look at what we have for our to-do list. And it says signal from the sea. Okay, we have to use the radar to find the sea people. And I wasn't gonna spend the little bit of money I had because we're in the process of finding people to go to the restaurant. Eventually you do get kind of a branch to look at, so that's something else you have to keep in mind. Alright. Yeah, it tells me where this is. I don't know if I can dive deep enough currently to actually find them, but that's a whole different ball of wax. Not everybody knows this, but husband is working on getting me dynamic lighting, but I won't be able to get the dynamic lighting on my accessories, so I'm a little bit hesitant on that one. But he got dynamic lighting to actually work for his model and his streams, so I could get it for mine potentially, and that is something I've been wanting to get to, like, make the stream a little more, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't really change things, but there are, like, little touches, you know, that make things a little cooler, a little better. Even though it's not a huge, like, breathtaking change, like another new model or another new shell or whatever. Oh, I forgot, I can't pick them up yet, damn. But yeah, there are a lot of different possibilities with, like, just tweaking things. So that's one of the things I want to do. Another thing we're going to start off with eventually is it's almost time for different... I think I might have a fireworks overlay for the 4th of July stuff. I mean, I won't be using with Dave, honestly, because reasons, but I think that would be pretty cool. I'm wondering if harpooning this thing would be better. My harpoon does more damage, but yeah, I'm gonna just carve it. Parrotfish is actually decent at the beginning of the game. I should really go kill that shark if I can find it, but I'm a little leery to face that thing again. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I am. Every time there's something that can kill me, I'm like, no, 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 don't do it. So, but yeah, let's see. Went to a movie with my sister. We saw If, the one about the imaginary friends and Ryan Reynolds and the little girl, and it was cute. It was a little heartfelt. However, I don't mean to shit on people or things, okay? And maybe this is just me, but the minute I saw him on screen, my first thought was, oh, this is going to be the plot twist. And I'm not saying what I thought the plot twist was, but Shelpers, it was indeed the plot twist. Because I figured, I was like, oh, that's what's gonna happen. So, yep. So if you think you know, you probably do. And if that bothers you when you know the outcome of a movie, then maybe this is one to rent instead. But it was still enjoyable for me. My sister wants to go out and do more things like that with me. And I'm like, that would be great. But like I said, I don't always have money to go to the movies and whatnot. I mean, our cheap day is only $5, so that wouldn't be bad. And I'm really trying not to snack at the movie theater because I can't have popcorn. I mean, I can, but I shouldn't. Those are two totally different things, I guess. I have gastritis, so the lining of my stomach is inflamed and it's chronic, so it's forever. Well, you know, up and down, basically. And I've been told by more than one person, more than one specialist, my nurse practitioners, not to eat popcorn. I actually told my old nurse practitioner at one point, and she said, "Dear God, you didn't throw up after you ate popcorn?" I'm like, no, but I was really, really nauseous. She said, most people with your condition, she said, they throw up. So I'm glad I have never upchucked in a theater. Certainly not on my 2024 bingo card. Alright, there we go. But yeah, that was a good movie, I guess. Good enough, I guess. My sister loved it, which is important. I like going with her and doing things, and it's been, we were figuring out the last time we went to the movie theater together, and I gotta tell you, it was Hocus Pocus. They re-released Hocus Pocus last fall, and we had never gotten to see it together because at that point we were both 8 years old, or 7, 8, 9, whatever, and because she's a year younger than me, year and a half-ish. And she and I were not friends back then. We didn't meet back then. So it was important for us because we always watch Hocus Pocus on the yearly for, you know, Halloween, to actually go see it together. So we actually were able to do that this time, or last time, so that was great. But that means my sister and I also haven't done anything together in public in 8 months. And I'm like, ooh, that's a little long. So, but I don't go out much anymore since the panini. So, but yeah, she's like, we should go to more movies and stuff. I'm like, I would love to, but you know, COVID and money and no, don't take me away. Just let me get up here. I'll kill you when I'm here in the afternoon, please. Okay, thank you. Because I don't have enough to carry right now. And it's bothering me. I really want more room. I should go kill that shark, and then the thing below it was like a saw shark, so I should go kill that thing as well. So. And like I said, eventually you can dive at night. I just can't do it now. I'm not going to try to rush through the damn game. That's a mistake. You'd like miss a lot of things with it, but yeah. So tomorrow will be Cat Quest 2 with husband. He knows this. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take us for Cat Quest. I think we have like 3 streams left, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't remember like the time or anything. Ouch. Okay. Stop. Don't kill me. I need that soy sauce, thank you. Because you need it for the restaurant. Okay. I don't know if we've gotten every fish up here, but I'm gonna try to go lower. See if we can defeat the saw shark. I wish I had more stuff. This is a better, like, charge than the other one. Lasts longer. But yeah, they have a documentary on Hulu about the Brat Pack, which was like Demi Moore and Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson, Rob Lowe, like a lot of the kids who were in like certain movies back then. Like they were all seen as like brats in Hollywood. and like which ones of them liked the term the Brat Pack and which ones didn't, because there were a lot of them that actually didn't like being called the Brat Pack. So Dave the Skydiver. Actually, I'm gonna give a small spoiler alert for the game. When you beat the game, you have a like little mini game you get for the credits, like some places do, and Dave actually can be a little astronaut and like shoot things and stuff, and then you get it on your phone afterward. It's really cool. I have not yet gotten a puffer, I don't think. So I should go get a puffer if I can get some oxygen first. I hope you're doing well, Shy Guy. But yeah, the Brat Pack stuff happened in like 1985. So whilst I was born, I was a baby. But I do remember things like The Breakfast Club, St. Elmo's Fire, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, etc. Some people said Michael J. Fox was in it. I didn't see him that way. But man, I had a crush on him as a toddler. Oh man. I had a crush on him. Johnny Depp when he was in Cry Baby. Trust me, this was when I was like less than 6 years old. So you gotta give me a break for all of these choices. Who else was it? Michael Jackson. Definitely had a crush on Michael Jackson. One of my surgeries, I actually had asked my parents if they could contact him so that he could be at the hospital with me when I woke up. And of course that wasn't a thing, but I really liked Michael Jackson back in the day. I also had a crush on, and I'm really embarrassed by this. I had a crush on, I can't even remember his goddamn name. And he's Mel Gibson. There we go. Mel Gibson. And Mel Gibson is not a good person anymore. Maybe he never was, but you know. If you know, you know. Yeah, like, because they have like the Brat Pack. It's a documentary about who they called the Brat Pack. And in the 1980s, there was a movie called The Breakfast Club, and it was about like a group of delinquents that were like together and like everything going on, and like there were a bunch of other movies like Ferris Bueller's Day Off and stuff in the 80s where they were teenagers, and a lot of them didn't want to be called the Brat Pack, but an article came out talking about the teenagers of the time in movies, like the teenage actors, and they called them the Brat Pack. And a lot of these people really resented being called the Brat Pack. Like, they didn't want anything to do with it, you know? But I guess, like, they actually go through and talk about, like, that time period. And that was, like, 40 years ago, pretty much. Because that was, like, in the mid-80s. So, and we're in the mid-2020s. And I did watch that stuff, some of that stuff when I was a kid. Like the stuff they were involved in and stuff, because that was around the era. I mean, like I said, I kind of missed it. No, I don't want both of you. I really like the 80s as an era as far as music went, so... But the Brat Pack was only about... movies. Like a certain... God damn it. Okay, fine. I still can't kill you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't kill you. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, there we go. Fuck off. I'm going home. Don't follow me. Lose my number. Lose my number. God dang it. So, yeah, I was pretty young for that kind of stuff, but I did see some of it. Oh, shit. Don't do it. Thank you. Can I get out of here before you kill me? I might not make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Oh boy, that was tough. Seen some black and white. My mom loved black and white movies, so I've seen quite a few of those, to be honest. And some of them are good. Some of them are, like everything, they're bad, but... And I used to love the old musicals, so like... I was obsessed with Little Shop of Horrors when I was a kid, and Singing in the Rain. Okay, we're hiring, so we can't actually add another staff member yet. Okay, we'll try to satisfy everyone. I don't think it's gonna work, but we'll try. Okay, first we're gonna best taste as much as we can. Even if that means not getting enough food for people to eat, because best taste includes more money. So that'll be alright. Yeah, it takes away like the soy sauce and stuff too to do this, but meh. I'm just gonna do what we got. Boy, am I getting rid of a lot of this stuff. Okay. Alright, so what is up today? Let's see. That's 19 only, that's 30. That's not bad. Auto supply the fish. But yeah, the movies in the 80s were in color, so that was nice. Like my mom said, the first thing she ever saw in color was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And I think she said she was in 2nd grade when they had color. So when I was a baby and a little kid, CDs were the hot thing. Like, CDs were like the most awesome thing you could have, basically. CDs were expensive as all get back in the day. And we had a big stereo that had a record player up top, tape decks, a CD player, and then I had the bars that moved with the sound. I loved that fucking thing. And then we had the tower speakers, so they were like really large fucking speakers. And I had a glass door you could close. It was really cool. Yeah, I loved it. It was like about the... Okay, there was this actress who was in the time of black and white. At least it was, you know, the movie was set around then. And it was when there was no sound. So it was when movies were just silent movies. And the woman was not a good speaker. Like, her voice was like really bad. And it was grating, and they had said she was a good singer and everything. So she could not be on screen having a good singing voice when it switched over to movies with the sound. So they hired somebody else to sing for her, and it was Debbie fucking Reynolds, who is a fucking legend. So, but then they didn't, like, eventually, like, the woman was bitchy, and it was a whole thing, but I loved that one. I loved Little Shop of Horrors. I loved Grease as a kid. I absolutely loved Grease. It was amazing for me. I used to think my high school was gonna be where I had friends and I went on dates and everything, and no, not really. Oh, we're gonna let down so many people. Oh, so many people are gonna be mad. We need another chef. Oh, we need another chef, please. Please. Oh, god damn it. This is horrible. We really do need another chef. We're gonna get one, don't worry. It's just gonna be tomorrow. She can walk faster than me. And now I have somebody who doesn't want this either. I hate that. Oh well. Yeah, they're gonna be like, why are they giving me stuff that nobody wants? Okay, fine. I'm probably fucking up. Yeah, we used to have VHS tapes a lot too. Well, we made a decent profit considering the system. My mom really didn't want to switch to DVDs when they came out. She's like, I have a VCR, why do I need DVDs? Okay, so Ellie says, hey, you haven't been quit diving, have you? What is it this time? I'm doing some investigating for an important paper. I'm going to need some help. Get me 3 blue shells and 3 brown ones. Okay, but aren't you supposed to do this yourself? Are you kidding? Writing a paper requires a ton of research and investigation. What you're doing is a very tiny part of it all. So don't let it get to your head. Hurry along. I don't have much time until the deadline. You really are impossible, said Dave. But since you say it's for a paper, was it blue and brown? Okay, there we go. So we got another side mission. Which is fine. I should try to kill that saw shark. I don't know if I can, I'm trying to get my restaurant set up before I dive deeper. And I know that kind of sounds ridiculous, but at the same time, I think it'll do me some good to not wait on that. I might be wrong, though. But yeah, I was more of a 90s kid because I grew up in 85. But I still had stuff like Strawberry Shortcake, Rainbow Bright, Popples, My Buddy, Pee-wee's Playhouse, My Pet Monster, stuff like that. So I am gonna do the nostalgia streams at some point. But yeah, when I was a baby, CDs were the hot new thing, so I had a regular Nintendo, but we rented an Atari first from a video store. I don't know if any of you remember that you could actually rent video game systems from a movie rental place. And so that's what we did, but my parents decided on the Nintendo. My mom didn't want video games in the house, my dad did, so we got them. My mom didn't want like a lot of things in the house that dad wanted, and we got them because dad wanted them. So yeah, mom really tried to be a good housewife. You know how a lot of like really conservatives are like talking about the perfect housewife and how they cook and clean and always have makeup on when you come home and they always have a hot supper on the table and whatever. That was my mom. That's what my mom wanted. My mom wanted to be a wife and mother, and that was it. Like, she had no designs on much else. Even though she was really good at art, she was a really good singer, etc. Her singing and stuff was just, like the band she was in was just a pastime for her. She always wanted to have that family thing going on. And me, I'm not that. I wanted a husband, but I didn't ever want kids or anything like that. And I never wanted to be a housewife. To me, that honestly sounds like hell. Some people it's heaven. For me, it sounds like hell. More of a brain rot kid. What's that from? But yeah, so there's just so many old movies and stuff. I actually saw on The View they did Sister Act 2 reunion because of Whoopi Goldberg being in Sister Act, and they had most of the people come back who are the kids in that movie, and that really fucking hit me in the nostalgia, and it fucking hit me hard. And I loved the first Sister Act. The second one was okay, but when I saw it, I went back to that time and I was like, oh god. So I really need some of my nostalgia movies, like Renaissance Man, like Stay Tuned with John Ritter. I really need like a lot of my nostalgia shit growing up. I don't know how it'll affect me though. I always worry that since I've had a lot of loss, that nostalgia's gonna like smack me in the dick and not let me go in a really bad way. And so sometimes I only give myself like small doses of nostalgia. Because if you go back, you know, I always worry about not living forward. Especially with how much I've lost versus how much I have left to experience, so I always kind of worry if I'm balancing everything correctly. And so I don't really want to live too far back, but yeah, she always wanted kids. Not for me, but you know, she always wanted to be a mom. She knew at like 10 years old that, or from the time she was little, but then she found out sex happened when you had to have kids. Birds and the bees around 10 years old, and my mom was like, I knew there was a trick. I've told this story before, but you know, my mom was like cooking eggs and stuff at 4 years old. My grandma made sure that she came home every night of the week and had dinner on the table. They weren't allowed to have friends over to the house. She wanted to go to prom, and she wanted to go with this guy, and this guy wanted to go with her. But my grandparents were, let's say, let's just say it flat out. My grandparents were fucking racist. And the guy who wanted to take my mom to prom was black. And they were like, no, no, no. But yeah, they'd be like, oh, we're not racist because grandpa has a black friend at work. Bullshit, bullshit. Like, no way. They had good things about him, but no, it was abusive at points. My grandma was abusive to them physically and whatnot, which is why my mom's brothers really didn't want to take care of my grandma when she got sick with Alzheimer's disease, which is at one point understandable, but also my mom still did everything she could no matter what. So okay, I didn't know we had an update going. Hopefully husband's game runs smoother now. Stop running. Running underwater, yeah. Stop it. Okay, so we got one of those. That's new. Oh, but now we're full. God bless America. Yeah. I think that she was just so happy to have it that, you know. And of course, my dad had to be cliche and fuck the babysitter. And let's not discuss how old she was at the time. But yeah, that was the straw that broke my mom's back on that one, so to speak. Is finding out that her husband was unfaithful to her with the teenage babysitter next door. Yep. Wasn't a good man, my dad. Grew up in a really fucked up way, so that was part of it, but still. Let's get going. But yeah, my mom always tried to help everybody. My mom worked for free for her baby brother and a lot of his different businesses. Like, she helped him install satellites. She helped him work at his restaurant for no money. Well, I'm hoping not to. I actually broke down and messaged Golden Wolf because it's his birthday next month, and I said, I just want to know if you want me to acknowledge your birthday or not. And if he doesn't respond, then I know what not to do. So, already, says Ellie. Ooh, that was harder than I expected. These are hard to find, says Dave. No, they weren't, Dave. Don't lie. Well, this isn't bad. Now then, if I just complete the delivery to EcoWatcher. Ta-da! Haha, research level gained. EcoWatcher. Oh, you don't know? EcoWatcher is a mission-based app made to protect the environment. You get points for completing missions on the app, and get rewards for reaching certain levels. So this was for points on the app, not a paper? You could say they're basically the same thing. You try it out too if you're interested. See ya! Yep, another app unlocked. Okay, use the EcoWatcher app to check various ecological missions. Here we go. We got a new app, everybody. And it'll tell me if there are new missions, which, oops, wrong one. I hit minus because I've been playing Guitaria Fables a little bit. Okay, research starfish. We can bring those in. And then, see, I can do all of these. So 5 orange ones, 3 pink seashells, agar I need more of, etc. So they give me more stuff to do here. My Cooksta app has a new thing or two. There we go. I don't know. It's been rough. It's just been rough. I keep trucking, but it's been rough. I also had his DM on Archive, and then when I had his DM on Archive, I actually looked because I had to message him, and it said that we hadn't talked since basically December. So, and I've tried to message him a couple times. So he's literally ignored me since December. So, that's telling you how that's going. That he hasn't messaged me since December. He totally ignored our birthday, like I didn't exist. So, I just asked him if he wanted me to acknowledge his birthday this year or not, and it's up to him then. Because I agonized over it, like, it's next month, so do I send him a card? Do I get him a gift card? Do I give him a present? Do I call him? Do I say nothing? Do I leave him a message? I wasn't sure. And so I decided that I would kind of ask him. And if he doesn't get anything from me, then that's kind of what he wanted. So, and then I'm not going to worry about it anymore. Because I didn't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to message him or send something to him for his birthday if he'd rather forget the birthday, or if I'm not welcome in his life as his sister. And I didn't want to, I don't know. So, I figured this was the easiest way. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Because if he doesn't want it, I don't want to do it. You know? Why bother at that point? I'm gonna kill this thing finally. I don't think we got a pufferfish yet. But yeah, husband was sleeping before my stream, and he like rolls over to face me like as soon as he settles down, and I'm like, what? And he's like, I hear sad breathing. And I'm like, God damn it. Just, he is so in tune. He notices when my breathing changes or everything. And everything. So yeah. Baby brother is talking about when to come up too, so that's been nice. I still want him to come up around Golden Wolf's birthday. That way we can, you know, he can still visit the brother. Because the brother hasn't like kicked him totally off yet. Although baby brother is kind of sad over Golden Wolf because Golden Wolf isn't exactly talking to him all the time either. And it's hard because we both love Golden Wolf, and he's just, unless you pin him down, he's not really responding to baby brother either. And baby brother has only ever helped him and been nice to him. So it's rough. Yes, exactly. He is based. But yeah, he notices when my breathing changes, and I'm just like, just go to bed. You don't need to worry about it. And he's like, I'm sorry you're so sad. And I'm like, that's default mode. It's fine. But he's always worried to like leave me alone when I'm sad. And I'm like, it's okay. I don't know why this one really goes weird. Do they have like some weird... Okay, never mind. I'm gonna take it and run. That one jellyfish always has like a miscolored body, and it doesn't look like it would be far enough up into the thing to actually... I don't want another shark, but I do want another shark. We could, but I wanted to kill the saw shark this time. So let me go find that saw shark. It should be around here somewhere. Yeah, I was playing Kataria. Oh, wait, I'm in the limestone cave. It shouldn't be around here. I was playing Kataria. And Kataria is a cozy-ish thing with, you're a cat and you're sent to like guard this village that you kind of your family was from the calamity, and where it was like monsters went out of control. And here the kingdom doesn't like magic users and you're not supposed to use magic, but here your grandfather was a magic user, so you're staying in his house. And so yeah, the first time we played it I got kind of bored of it, but I wanted to try it again, so I've been playing that. I've still been playing Have a Nice Death. We're gonna like pick up stuff, and the reason we pick up the guns even though we're not gonna take them is the more we pick them up and or use them, the more we can unlock them, the faster. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, so I've just been going through a bunch of different stuff right now. But yeah, my sister really wants to like hang out more often, and I'm like, I'd love that, but you know, we were gonna stop for ice cream at one point, but I am pretty scared to take my mask off in public, to the point where I will not eat in public usually. I have at the theater once or twice, like had popcorn and stuff. Yes, even though I'm not supposed to have it. That's a whole different story. But yeah, so my sister is like, I can pay for you. And I'm like, I don't want you to pay my way. You know, it's okay if we swap, but I don't like it when someone has more money than me, so they pay my way all the time. That makes me feel weird. Like, just, I know it's not bumming it off her. She wants me to go more places with her, but at the same time, I can't accept it. You know, I know eventually she won't have the money for that, because she's working on getting her business off the ground and everything, which is going so well, by the way, actually. Okay, circle. Sometimes I can't tell what that is that they want me to hit. No lie. I wish I were lying, but I'm not. Haha, please don't kill me. Square. Okay, thank God. Okay, we're fine. And if I miss-hit that thing, I'm gonna hit the other. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay. We're gonna carve the new one. Yep, the saw shark. Awesome. But now we're too full. Damn it. We gotta hop on the bus. At least there was a call right here. So I was actually trying to look up the thing about Jet Li and going to court, and I must have misremembered. It was 2002. I think it was about the Matrix movie. And Warner actually wanted to mocap his moveset for a digital library so that they could pull it out and use it at other points. And you heard me correctly. They literally wanted to use it to cap his fucking moves and keep them. And he says, no, my moves are my own. My performance is my own. Like, if I agree to be in your stuff, that's one thing, but you cannot take my stuff. So, yeah. Oh, we gotta hire. Silly me. Okay. This guy was good in the kitchen, if I remember correctly. I can't afford you. No, I'm so sorry. I can't afford you. Can I afford both of you? I can't, can I? Cooking. Well, you look like you're a better server than a cook. Fuck my ass. Fuck my ass. Okay. We're still gonna put you in the kitchen. I can hire that other dude later, but we need somebody in the kitchen. I don't care how bad off they are. We need someone back there. And then we need to assign someone to the kitchen. I don't care who it is. He needs help cooking. We will work on that. We will work on that. I'm pretty broke. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so anyway, they wanted to hire him for the Matrix movie and do that. And he was like, no, So that was it. But I remember him testifying. I don't know why I remember him testifying about it, but I do. Like, I don't remember if there was like a Warner suit years later for someone else and he was testifying. I don't remember, and I wish I fucking did. Because I remember it being a big deal on the news about him on the stand. But now I can't fucking find it anywhere, so my brain must have thought it up. Because I was talking about it with people at the time. I was a teenager back in 2002. And I remember it being such a huge deal. And him saying, I know what's going to come of this. I know what technology is going to bring. And there's no way I want to be a part of that. So, but like I said, I remember it happening in court for some reason. But apparently not. So, to combat book banning, states are actually now banning the ability to ban books. Yeah. Okay. I will read it at some point. I'm not really good at getting on Discord. I'm trying so hard. But my brain is like, no Discord. So yeah, she's getting, like, the next thing they're doing for her she's almost ready to do the feasibility thing for her business, and it'll be fine. She's Gucci. She's amazing. She'll be good. But, you know, everybody on SSI or SSD or any other kind of public assistance in any form, we always panic because, you know, we're always afraid that we'll make too much money and get our shit taken away, because they always make us scared as shit to have anybody do it for us. Like, so she's going through a what if this and what if that. So, and I get it. That is honestly how I feel. When I was gonna get royalties for my book, I was like, holy fuck, this ain't a good idea. Because what happens if, you know, it's like, husband can actually get paid to be my caregiver. Okay, I need to swap these out. But yeah, husband can get paid to be my caregiver. And we don't do that. And one of the reasons is that his income counts as my income, of course, since we're married. And that means wonderful things like, well, him getting paid can actually cut down certain other programs we get, to the point where medical could be in trouble if he gets enough. And if my medical's in trouble, I can't get my wheelchairs, my medications, my eyeglasses. If it were just decreasing my other stuff, that would be fine. Like, that would be Gucci. We'd be fine with that. But if it touches my medical care, I'm a 2-time cancer survivor. One time they almost decided to fucking make me pay for an MRI. That was like over $3,000 for one scan. So tell me again how, you know, the medical system in America actually works, because it doesn't. So, yeah, it's fucked up. Huh, weird. I was wondering if it was the Mandela effect. I really was. Ah, damn it, Dave. Dave doesn't run very fast. Yeah, I was wondering if it was the Mandela effect. Because I'm like, I was positive he actually testified about it in court. But all I could find is like newer articles, like he finally breaks his silence as to why he didn't. And I'm like, I already knew though. So I'm not quite sure what I was smoking. But apparently it never happened. So that is what it is. I don't know how else to describe it. So yeah. I was like kind of aggravated when I saw that it wasn't a thing. I'm like, why am I remembering this? Okay, we're gonna go back to the restaurant because I want to hire someone else for the dining room. Okay, let's hire somebody. Hire. I can hire. No, I can't hire this asshole yet. God damn it. He'll be great in the kitchen. I've had him in the kitchen before. But you know what? Let me hire this person. And let me put them in the dining room for now. Because some help is better than no help at all. Hopefully after today we can get the other person in the kitchen and put the other one on hold. Because the one I have now in the kitchen, the second one, looks like a runner. And they actually get other stuff for us. Like, you can send them off to find soy sauce or stuff like that, so. Oh yeah, that could very well be. Sometimes things get deleted and stuff and we can't find them, especially if they're the only source. But yeah, apparently people are actually seeing Bigfoot more often nowadays. I posted about that on my Twitter. I think part of that has to do with, and now I'm not saying they're not seeing Bigfoot or whatever, because like I said, I'm very open-minded and I believe in a lot of stuff people don't, but I think some of that has to do with the fact that people don't really go out into the wilderness nowadays. So when they actually see shit in the wilderness, they're not sure what they're looking at. Like if you see a black bear from a distance, you don't always think, you know, oh, that's a bear. Like you might think it's something else. No, still specific books, but it started off in schools. Like, oh, this book isn't good for a certain age group, right? And very rarely are books miscategorized for age groups. But, you know, they're starting to want, like, to not just take things that they find, you know, are too old of a concept, but they're actually starting to make, like, at first they said, oh, it's only the school libraries. Like, you know how when you had a library in your elementary school, middle school, whatever? Oh, it's only them. Like, we only want to move, like, some stuff from the middle school to the high school, or maybe neither one. So what we're going to end up doing is putting them in the regular public library. So you'll still be able to access them, just not in school, right? And of course, there is a lot of thought and planning that goes into what kids at a school age can read. So, well, it's not right. They're like, oh, it's just a school library. You can still find it other places. And now they're getting to a point where they're like, oh, by the way, we're taking it away from the main library, like the public library. So let's say you live in Fuckville, and Fuckville has libraries in all the schools that are age appropriate for the children. And then Fuckville has, you know, a library that's like funded by the public that is for everybody. There's a children's section, adult section, etc., etc. And they're like, we're just taking it out of the schools and putting it in the main library. Okay, so you are. Well, now wait. They're starting to actually pull books from the big public libraries, the ones for all ages. They're starting to pull those books out. And then they're like, well, we're not banning books because you can still get them other places. You can still buy them from Barnes & Noble or whatever. So we're not banning them. If you can still find them anywhere, we're not banning them. And that is not what they say. When before it was, if we take them out of school, we're not banning them because you can still find them in the public library. Now it's, well, you can't find them in any library, but you can still buy them on at Barnes & Noble or something, so it's fine. So all of a sudden they start like making it less and less. Like, oh, you can find these certain books less and less places, fewer and fewer places, but it's not our fault. That's what they're telling people. Well, if you really want them, you can still buy them, which let's forget for like a few minutes that buying books isn't something that a lot of people can do always because money, you know, and the space they take up. So you want people to go out and buy a book, you know, books that are, you know, I know one book, but what about like fucking 50 books? You know, when I would go to the library, I would actually, I know I have extra oxygen on me. If I can't find more, it's fine. But yeah, I would actually like read 10 books a week. And let's say every book is like at least $10. That'd be $100 a week of books that I could put down in a week, like just reading it full on. And to say, well, you can buy those books, yeah, but you're very much curtailing the ability for people to find them. The funny part about the thing about finding the Bible is, in Florida, where a lot of the book shit is happening, Texas and stuff too, a lot of the southern states, book banning, when you get people who are trying to ban books, then you get parents standing up and reading certain passages of the Bible. The Song of Solomon is nothing but a sex poem, for instance. And the Song of Solomon is in the Bible, and they want the Bible in schools. And it's like, you want the Bible in schools. There's how many people being murdered? There's how much rape in the Bible? I mean, hello? Like, this isn't good. And now, there was a plantation gift shop. I don't know where the plantation was. Forgive me, sister. My sister was telling me about this. There was a plantation gift shop. And they actually took out the books on slavery at a fucking plantation gift shop. You know what a plantation is, I hope. I hope I don't have to explain this to you. Oh, this is so fucking ridiculous. But yeah, they tried to say it was about keeping the children safe. But they won't even let it be on sale at a plantation gift shop. A gift shop. Stuff where you don't have a say, stuff where you'd have to buy it. So tell me how that's about protecting the kids. Teaching people about slavery, how is that protecting the kids? I've heard the lie about how when you are a white person and you learn about slavery, it makes you feel bad. And I'm gonna be honest here. Slavery fucking sucked. Any kind of slavery anywhere sucks. We still have modern day slavery in different places. Slavery should not be a fucking thing. The prison industrial complex should not be a fucking thing. I mean, if we're being real here, that's slavery too. But while we're at it, as a white person, I didn't own slaves. So I didn't feel like I was personally responsible for slavery. But me being in the modern day as I am, has a, let's say, I don't want to say a privilege. I do have white privilege. That's not what I'm talking about. We have an imperative to make sure what we did in the past, one, doesn't fucking happen again. World wars, slavery, genocides. We have an imperative not to let that shit happen. And while I don't feel guilty because I never owned a slave, I also think that slavery did set back people from being equal. And I mean, people are like, oh, that was such a long time ago. That wasn't though, because we still had segregation until the 60s. There were people who are still alive that were born during segregation. People alive whose grandparents were still slaves. When you are like 200 years, let's say 200 years behind on family wealth, that's gonna cause you disparity. Even if nobody is racist anymore, let's say for the sake of it, there is no racism anymore. Everybody believes everybody is equal, everybody is as smart as everybody else. We have a meritocracy, blah, blah, blah. People started out from a family that wasn't allowed to gain wealth, that wasn't paid for their work, blah, blah, blah. And if you have great-grandparents and stuff that weren't able to even attempt to have their own business, attempt to have land for their family, you will have people who are, because of the systematic oppression, you will have people who are not able to actually fucking get ahead. Because if your grandparents aren't able to own land or anything like that, or get a fair wage for their work, how the hell are they supposed to set up the younger generations for life? Yeah. I get that. It's like it fucking sucked. It's like every time I hear about an injustice and war and whatnot, it fucking sucks. We should never do it again. But we also have a calling to make sure we have equality. And the thing is, certain people, because of the way things went in our history, they started off, let's say, 3 miles behind the start line. And you had two people, or people that started 2 miles ahead of the start line. And what we need to do now is to make sure that the past doesn't dictate what happens to people in the present. And since a lot of people weren't able to get generational wealth because the past generations weren't allowed to accumulate land and wealth and whatnot, we have a duty to each other, to the people that whose families of labor we have used to do things without paying them. That's my opinion. It's not just about equality, it's about, what is it called, equity? And that's to make sure that we can put everybody back on an equal playing field. Because even if things were equal today, people are still starting from behind because their families weren't allowed to get ahead. You know? You didn't have, like, black-owned businesses in the early 1800s the way you had white-owned businesses. So there's still going to be inequality due to the past. There's still going to be that systematic inequality. And that's a problem. So is the prison industrial complex. Because in a lot of places, let's say almost every place, certain offenses disproportionately affect people of color more than white people. So, like, we had a weed bust here a while back, and it was some prominent members of our community. Now, in Wisconsin, the devil's cabbage is not legal. Now, we can talk about my feelings on marijuana, but the devil's cabbage is not legal in Wisconsin. So they were arrested and blah, blah, blah. They got probation. Even though they were in fields that set a bad example for them to be breaking the law. Now, if it would have been people of a different color here, I very much doubt they would have gotten just probation. Even if it would have been their first offense or whatever, because reasons. And that's a problem. Oh, here we go. This is the place. Let's see, the signal's coming from inside. There are letters I've never seen before written on the pillars. Oh, if we had a tool of some sort, we could move aside that pile of rocks and try going inside. I think it would be best to talk this over with Cobra. Come on up for now. Yep, I need to come up anyway. There's some weird talking in the little alcove. Thought I heard something, says Dave. Alright. I have room for you. Can I kill you? Oh, yeah, I can kill them, but it's gonna take me a while. We can use some air. These things are very slow, like the parrot heads. So yeah, that's one way, like, and of course the prisons don't pay prisoners equal amounts of money because they're like, well, they did bad and we have to, like, you know, make sure that they pay their debt to society and all that, but they're actually using prisoners to get, like, made in the USA, and oh my god. Okay, I'm an idiot. I didn't know those things hurt you when they did that to you. Okay, we're gonna, Shelpers, close your eyes. Close your eyes, Shelpers. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, Shelpers. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, the prison industrial complex actually impacts people of color more. And partly it's because when they do wrong, they're disproportionately punished compared to a lot of the white people who do wrong. And how stuff like marijuana and stuff is criminalized so much in so many places still. Which we all know how I feel about that, so, yeah. I don't have all the answers, though. I just know certain things are wrong. I have ideas, but, like, there'd be no way. Especially since we're trying to go back to, like, what we perceive to be the innocent time. People wouldn't like my ideas of, you know, legalizing a few things that people say we shouldn't have, so... Yeah. Apparently, I was talking to somebody from Illinois, and they said book bans there are not legal. You can't book ban in Illinois, or at least a certain part of Illinois. And I thought that was interesting. That was an interesting thing to do. And I know CNN had an article recently kind of about banning book bans so that people can't do that shit anymore. Yeah, let the asteroids come. I'm actually terrified of that, to be honest. I'm terrified of, like, something ending of the world all at once. Whether it be us doing it to ourselves, which is pretty goddamn likely, let's face it. Or something else happening. If I were God, though, I'd be like, God damn these motherfuckers, like, for real, for real. Like... Didn't I tell them to love each other? Didn't I give them a nice place to live? What the fuck are they doing? They're like destroying the nice place to live. They're hurting each other. Like, why didn't I make myself clear? Like, I would be so fucking mad. If I were God, I'd be like, oh God, these people. And then the angels would be like, shall we bring another flood, sir? He's like, I can't do that to them. I promised them not to. So, yeah. I don't think it was in the limestone cave. No, I can't. I don't want to use my oxygen tank on you. Fine, I will if I have to. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I'm always scared of, like, asteroids and stuff. My mom and I were talking at one point. I told her, like, you know, the only good thing about dying, I feel, is that when you're gonna die, you know that people will still live on. And she said, wouldn't you rather just everybody die with you? And I said, no. I said, that would not make me feel better, actually. It would make me feel better to know that there was life after me, that things went on. Yeah, he's like, I can turn this car around, you know. At this point, if there's more than one God, they all kind of get together and they're like, okay, which one of you is responsible for Earth? And, like, nobody wants to stand up. Nobody. And they're like, come on now, we know one of us put it here. And our God is just, like, out for snacks. Like, sneaks out through the garden, jumps the fence. Like, not me. Why do you think I made these motherfuckers? And it's like, I bet it's Tad. I bet it's fucking Tad. Tad, you asshole. And at first they think it's, like, every trickster god that ever existed. Like, Loki, was this you? And he's like, even I'm not that dumb. And then they have to, like, play who the fuck made humans. And, oh, man. The thing is, though, I have great hope in humanity. Not necessarily as a collective. But as like, we almost seem smarter as individuals at points. So, I have greater hope in humanity. that most people do. And I honestly shouldn't. And I know I shouldn't. And it's one of the paradoxes of my life. Because if anybody should be like, oh my god, humans, these motherfuckers. Honestly, I'm one of those people. After everything I've experienced by the hands of other people, everything I've ever researched about history, everything going on in the world, past, present, and future, you would think I'd be like, oh, fuck these people. But I don't know. I don't think so. Because every day is a different day. And every day we can make other choices. And anytime we can turn this car around and go back and start something new. Every day, any day. And I have seen people who were bad people who literally did turn their lives around. And I've seen good people become even better people. And I've seen hope where there was none. And I have such a great amount of hope in humanity. And I know that it is an illogical hope from everything I've ever seen. But I have it. I think we're beautiful and we're fucked up and we try, and even the people who are hateful, yeah, they use the Bible or whatever to like fuel whatever they feel and think, but the thing is, there is a tomorrow. And you can figure it out, and some people do. Some people are lucky enough to. And I want that, you know? I want them to just look at themselves and say, hey, wait a minute. What is this? Why am I doing this? I know introspection is not people's strongest point. I get that. But I don't know. I've seen the most beautiful things. The most heart-wrenching evil and the most sweet, sweet good. And I think that one of the things in the Bible people often take and they misconstrue is when it says God made us in his own image. And let's not talk about the him or the they or whatever. But I think it's wrong that people think that God looks like a human. I don't think that's what they were talking about at all. I think when they were talking about God, they were talking about our propensity to create and to destroy, to love and to hate. That is what God is after all. The ability to do both good and bad in the same being, in the same direction. Oh, fuck you, my asshole. Stop it. He's gonna kill me, and then we're gonna have to start the day over again. Oh, Shelpers. Shelpers. No. Oh, God. There's like 3 predators here. Okay, run. Run. Don't see me. Do not perceive me. There we go. Yeah, that works too. That works too if you're able to do it. But yeah, I always have hope for humanity. I oddly don't have hope for myself. Like my life and getting better and all the things. But I do have hope for people. Like I said, any day somebody could turn it around. And that's what I want. Like, just until it's over, you never know. Oh my god, he does the sprinkle of salt. I might be getting warm. I might have to have husband either open the window or turn on the air conditioner. And I think it's gonna be a Trebek kind of day. Which is fine. If you hear it rumbling too bad, I guess we'll have to live with it. It's summer. Trebek is gonna get me through. But yeah, I've seen beautiful things. I've seen people get together and help other people with no regard for anything. You know, firefighters rush into buildings and pull people out of flames and EMTs have saved my life, and just so many things, so many good, wonderful things. You know, building shelters for each other and giving hope to one another and consoling people in their times of grief. And we are beautiful sons of bitches when we are not consumed by ourselves or our preoccupations or emotions. We really are. And I try to hold that out. And you know, when I was going through cancer, I've said this before, but my mom said that I'm a woman of great faith. And I found that funny because faith is not the word I use, but she said it's not religious faith. It's just faith in life. It's faith in people. And yeah, I get what she meant. Because I do. And logically, I know I shouldn't. Like, logically. And see, that's the part of my heart gets me, that part of my heart gets me in trouble. That part of my heart gets me in trouble. And I can explain that. Okay, we're full. So, like, the thing with Golden Wolf, my brain says someday we will patch things up and he will love me again. Even though it's perfectly debatable as to whether or not he actually gave too many frigs in the first place. My brain says that that's what's gonna happen. Even though I know the likelihood of that is not high. Well, let's just say it's not high. Okay, we're gonna clean this off while they deliver. See, they're delivering actually fairly well. So Dave really doesn't have to keep running like this. But I'll help them out when the time comes. At least we got people on the dock to help us out here. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let's swap this out. And one of the worst feelings for me is, you know how they always say one of the worst feelings is like when someone loves you, you love someone if they don't love you back? That works the same way for romantic partners or family or friends or a lot of different things. And I know it does. And it can feel heartbreaking, especially if you like grew up with somebody. You know, thinking that they don't actually care anymore. But my heart always has faith and hope. But since I don't have faith for myself, then it just kind of blows up on me. So, what can you say except I am a fool? I'm trying so hard though, I really am. Oh, okay, so my publisher, not the one that rejected me, but we got updates, okay? So, do y'all remember how I said like this Watchdog site or whatever? The writer friend actually sent in like the contract. Well, the person who ran the site got back to the friend, but it doesn't sound like they're actually going to do a thing on it, like a post. So, thank you. I appreciate you. But you know I do, dude. But yeah, so there is not going to be a post. So I will not get blowback from publisher dickhead. Let's just call him the naive publisher. I will not get blowback from the naive publisher, which is excellent. However, no, not however, that means I can do a stream of the bad contract. I don't know if I really want to do it because what if I miss something? What if I miss something you'll want to know? I mean, I know I can give you all the disclaimers. I am not a lawyer. You know, I haven't been negotiating my own contracts for very long. etc., etc. So I know that I can just give disclaimers. But like, what if that's not enough? I gotta aim at this fucking thing correctly. But yeah, I am free to do a post on the stuff. Like I said, Dan used to be a lawyer, not an IP lawyer, but he used to be a lawyer. He talks about it publicly, so I'm not talking about anything he hasn't said. But I thought about having him help me do it because he knows a little more if I do it. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you like what the woman who ran the Watchdog site said, what my friend said, what I have said, and then Dan can chime in on it. He said he'd be happy to do it, so... But I don't want to miss things, so I'm gonna have to tell you, like, you know, consult an IP lawyer for everything. I don't trust agents. We've talked about that and kind of why. So... I can do it. If that is something people would be interested in. Seeing the contract with more red flags. Well, the way I put it to my current publisher, as I said, this has more red flags. There are enough red flags to sew the Statue of Liberty a ball gown. That's how I put it in my email to her. Because, yikes. Yikes a million times over. So... that's what I said to my current publisher. And yes, I gotta go find that thing again about the sea people because I had to restart my day. Because I'm like that. So anyway. The good thing about life... yeah, I might do it. I'm just worried that, you know... people will be upset that we're doing another publishing thing already. Instead of like crafting or whatever. But you know, my crafting for the most part, unless you want to watch me suck at painting or suck at something else, like suck at clay work or whatever, it would actually be just like making new jewelry and stuff like that. So it's not going to be fascinating if I do another craft stream. But yeah, I do craft work and stuff, like clay work. So... otherwise, I don't want to do, like, too many of the same types of streams at once. Outside of gaming, because, you know, that's kind of where I live, but... but I do think it's important. And I really want people to think about corpos when they look at these contracts, because, corpos try all kinds of unscrupulous shit too. It just looks a little different. So a lot of VTubers who end up with corpos end up with really bad contracts themselves. I know a streamer who recently quit a corpo and she came over with her own IP and they own it now. And I don't think that should ever be the case. To be frank with you, if you come over with your own IP, I think you should very much be able to have it stay with you. But she has to get a new model and stuff like that because they own it now. They own all the old models, they own her artwork, they own everything to do with her old model. So I really want to do, for one thing, a lot of people want to be authors, and it's important to know some things that can get you in trouble. Like a giant saw shark eating your asshole. Okay, anyway. Okay, I get to eat this thing. Nice. Oh god, I'm full already. No. Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with it. I hate having so little backpack space. I really do. And even to move like this slowly takes everything I have. Okay, I'm just gonna have to find a way out. I was gonna go find the... well, I can go down here. I think this is where the cave is. Okay, maybe it's not where the cave is. I don't know. I thought it was around here somewhere to the right. But yeah, I want people to understand just how easy it is to get, like, I don't want to say in trouble, but yeah. It's so easy to have stars in your eyes when you're given a contract. I did not want to tell the publisher no. That's the thing. And when the publisher got kind of bitchy with me, it's like, dude, I don't want to tell you no. I want to tell you yes. I want to jump up and down on my couch. I want to, like, celebrate with my husband. I don't want to tell you no. I want to tell you yes. I want to tell you God yes. I want to tell you, thank heavens that you're the one publishing this fucking thing after so long. That's what I want to tell you. I don't want to tell you no. I don't want to, like, make you feel like you're not a good publisher or something like that. But the thing is, I can't just say yes because somebody's feelings will get hurt. And there was so much in there that was so negative, including the life of copyright. I can't even tell you how bad the life of copyright thing is. Somebody wanting your stuff for life of copyright means get the fuck out of there now. Life of copyright is everything. Like, 70 years after I'm dead is life of copyright. Okay, we got something going on here. Oh, cool. We were able to do this one. So, if you fill up the stuff on this app, you will eventually get, like, little trinkets that can help him do different things. Like, some will help him, like, swim faster. Some will help him survive a little longer without dying if he reaches 0 on his oxygen meter. There are, like, good positives to getting this stuff done. So, good positives is redundant. Thank you to Luca. I always appreciate your input. So yeah, I think it's important, and I think it relates more to corpos than people actually realize. Because when people, I've heard, like, writers say, oh, they only want my copyright. That's not bad. Copyright is everything. Copyright is fucking everything when you are dealing with creative work. And that's like a VTuber model, that is an album you sang on, that's everything. So don't give up copyright. Copyright is like having an entire pie and then them wanting the whole pie. Your job is to give them pieces of the pie. If you're a creative, if you're a writer, singer, whatever, your job is to give them pieces of the pie. Your job is to make sure you keep as many pieces of that pie, though, for yourself as you can. Yeah, they will stop till I get them there. Okay. Please don't kill me. I really want to find that place today. I think that he's naive. I'm hoping that's what's happening. I'm hoping, because Dan actually said to me, because I gave him the contract, Dan's like, that's not a contract. I'm like, it's a Franken contract. I think what he did is he found like 3 or 4 different contracts, chopped them up, like took the parts he wanted out of them, or parts he thought sounded good, and I think that's where we ended up where we were. So, I really want to talk about that. Can I not find the place now? Is it in the limestone cavern? Oh, god damn it. Okay, we're gonna have to find more air. I'm gonna have to go back up. My asshole. I miss having a lot of air. I hope there's an oxygen capsule in here. I'm kind of screwed. No bombs. Okay, we're not gonna go fast. We're not gonna go fast. We're just gonna slowly travel upward. This is basically like when you were a kid and you had Sonic's music and he was drowning and it's yeah, that. It's like that. It's exactly like that. Okay, we have oxygen now. Very good. Very nice. I'm still wondering how on God's green earth. Yes, there is an arrow. Yes, I haven't been following it. Why? Because it doesn't look like an arrow to me, okay? It doesn't. I don't know why. It just doesn't. But yeah, I think it was because it was one of his first times being rejected, if I had to guess. So, trust me, I didn't want it that way. However, I have something a little positive that might happen. I can't guarantee it. But my publisher, my first one, my good one, my debut collection one, I put out a horror project at one point, and I said to her, if you ever get to the point where you're open for horror stuff, let me know. And she said, I would actually love to see that. And so I might actually send my first publisher my book. Yeah, this game feels stress-inducing to me too, but in a good way. Some of it's so peaceful and serene, and some of it's so fucking chaotic. It's like a Souls-like. I'm exaggerating. Every time a game is difficult, they call it Souls-like now. So I'm doing the gaming journalist thing, and I'm like, it's a Souls-like. But yeah, it feels a little stressful. Not gonna lie. It's okay though. I love this game. I absolutely love this game. I'm really trying to find that place that, apparently it's right underneath me. Oh, I have oxygen. Let's go. Okay. It's right underneath me. It's 50 meters down. Can I even go there now? Okay. Glass. I don't need this yet. That saw shark is gonna get in my way. I'm gonna take him out. Or he's gonna take me out. Either way, we're going on a date. Okay, triangle. Okay, thank you, eyesight. That's nice. I have eyesight issues, and even doing this is a problem. Come on, stop it. Ow. Triangle again. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, fuck. No. No. Starting to panic. So yeah, my publisher might take on my second book. I don't want her to feel obligated for it. But she actually said, because she's a small publisher, and there's like more people than just her, but I talked to her on and off. That tells you how small it is. And she said that she feels so honored that people keep wanting to come back and publish with her again, because she didn't know if like any of this would ever happen or whatever. So I guess I made her actually feel good, and I'm like, but if you don't want it, you know, it's no big deal. Dark Souls Dave game, yeah, totally. Okay, now we're gonna have to behave ourselves and just go down and find the fucking place. I wonder if they'll let me go down here now. Here we go. Okay, we can just skip through this because we did this already. Now I'm gonna go back up, hopefully, without dying. And, yeah, so that's nice. Can I kill this thing? I have room. I know, this is what fucked me over last time. I know, I remember. All of you are screaming at me right now. Not very. Not very. But maybe that's just 8 years into acceptances that never got anywhere talking. But I also don't want her to feel obligated Like, if it's something that doesn't fit on her slate, I don't want her to be like, well, I have to do it because Toluca was one of my authors, and, you know, I don't want her to feel obligated. So, okay, we're gonna go up. Don't worry, we'll make it. You swim very, very slowly. And you lose water or stuff like crazy when you are over full. But yeah, we're good. I also found another press that doesn't look like it does horror. That's just starting up, but they actually said on a website that they want it, so we're gonna try that. So, I found a place with a signal from the Sea People civilization. I can't hold back my academic thirst to check it out. I'm at an important symposium right now. Please talk it over with Cobra first. I'll come by tomorrow. Okay. Huh? How to get rid of rock piles? You're gonna have to use a bomb, of course. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Is it okay to detonate bombs underwater? Weren't you talking about a rock pile somewhere deep below? I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's put a little trust in the sea's regenerative power. Yeah, I don't trust that. He's trying to gloss over things over again. But there's an issue. The delivery ships haven't been arriving lately. I need to get a delivery from a bomb expert I know. Apparently the ship's gone off the radar. I think it sunk. If I could use the drone I ordered, we could retrieve the supplies. Dave, do you think you could go in the sea and retrieve the drone materials? Drone materials? How am I supposed to find them in the ocean? It's huge. Delivery boxes are likely to have been carried by the ocean currents. Look for a place with ocean currents. That would be the limestone cave, probably. We saw that earlier. That sounds dangerous. Yes, it does. Let's go, Dave. Not tonight, though. We got work to do. Yep, wrap it up. Okay, let's go. Oh, we can hire that guy that's going to be good in the kitchen. Let's go, let's go. Let's hope I don't start something tremendously bad. Okay, let's hire. This guy is a kitchen marvel. We're gonna sign his ass. Okay. Then we're going to open up the staff. We're going to put this person. We're going to not dismiss. We're going to remove for now. Yes, they are in the background and you can have them get stuff. So we are going to add staff and we are going to put this guy, Raul, in the kitchen. He has a much better starting stat. Totally worth it. And then we are going to remove Davina. And then we are going to add... I think Billy has better serving than Davina by a lot. Yep. So Billy is in the kitchen. Because his serving are in the dining room. His serving is phenomenal. Alright, we have people for now. Wait, let's dispatch Davina. Can we do that? Yeah, well, I think we can. Wait, no, that's not the right place. Don't do that to Luca. Okay, waiting room. Okay, dispatch. Number owned 10, number owned 0. Yeah, go get some. So we can dispatch who is in the waiting room to get more stuff, so we don't have to find it all. Alright, now let's get our menu up and running. And then let's cook some things. Okay, this is a new cutscene apparently. We can't skip this. I wanted my restaurant set up a little better. Last time it took me forever to set up the restaurant, and it cost me. Because I was trying to save money for upgrades, and I love the fish face. That should be a GIF somewhere. Okay. Enhancements are done. Saw Shark is gonna probably be one of our best meal choices right now. So we got that going on. So let me get the Saw Shark. Oh, Giant Trevally is 48. We're gonna put that on the menu. I love the, yes, I love that. I love the shocked fish face. Like, you're gonna do what to me? And that's fine. Just think of it as like a Saw movie, kind of. No one gets out of this restaurant alive. Oh, I was telling my writer friend that like was looking over the contract with me that I think of fish as pets as more of like scenery, and they very much disagree because their mother actually had taught a goldfish to do something. I forget what it was, and it liked being petted and everything. And I was like, I did not know any fish would like to be petted, to be honest. Like pet, I can't imagine that. But, you know, we've been to pet stores before where the goldfish were as big as koi fish. And I was telling husband how sturdy goldfish are. Like, yeah, you can kill them, but they're a tough little thing to kill, so. We had a fish tank once with, like, exotic fish in it when I was really little. Stuff that we really shouldn't have been keeping as pets, I don't think. But that was my dad for you. But anyway, my brother had a catfish once named Whiskers, and Whiskers kept jumping out of his tank. And one time, just randomly, he jumped out and was on the floor in the living room. And then he actually died because Mom actually had him like a fair amount away from the kitchen sink when she was cleaning out his thing, and he actually jumped out and jumped into her hot dishwater and died. And we tried so hard not to get him to not jump. And I have just figured out that catfishes are, you know, not going to stop jumping just because it's in their best interest to not do it. So it was a small thing, but I kind of felt bad because we were just trying to make sure he was clean and cared for, and yeah. So I don't consider a catfish a good fish to have as pets for that reason, to be honest. Okay, we're gonna swap this out. We're gonna just try to give them everything we got. I'm gonna try to get the most expensive. There is a way to do this. Why am I doing it like this? Oh, Toluca. Someday I'm gonna be in public and go, oh, Toluca, and people are gonna be like, who the fuck is that? And then I'm gonna have to explain, I'm a turtle on the internet. That's what I think of like with VTubers when we all get old. And we're gonna be like, back in my day, I was a teddy bear on the internet. And they're gonna be like, sure you were, Grandpa. And like he was, because he was a VTuber in his 20s. Like, they're not gonna believe us. They're not gonna believe us at all. Like, they're just gonna think that we're having a senior moment, or have to test us for certain kinds of elderly illnesses. And yeah, I think about that sometimes. Yeah, you gotta make sure everything's good. You need to make sure the wasabi is full or they can't actually cook. But yeah, Raul is one of the ones I had in my kitchen on the other playthrough. Love Raul. Yeah, let's get this over there. Don't you die on me, Dave. Don't you die on me. I have to clean up the spots too. Aw, that sucks. Pet turtles are awesome. I feel bad for your friend. How long did they have the turtle? Turtles are amazing. Oh my god. I'm almost out of everything. Well, the night's almost over. It's fine. But yeah, I had a semi-aquatic turtle when I was little, but it only lasted 5 years. You see, one of the reasons I always was fascinated by turtles is that I thought turtles were actually, I don't want to say they lived forever, but they lived a long time. And to me, that was one of the draws of turtles, but I didn't know not every turtle species lived a long time. If that makes sense. But I was 5. Maybe it's time to upgrade your equipment. Okay, I get it. I get it, Cobra. Fine. I will upgrade my equipment. I want to. But I'm always scared I won't have enough money. But right now I have enough money. Okay, what can we do here? Well, we could dive deeper. But let's get our life bar up, shall we? And then let's dive deeper. Okay, that's as much money as we had. I wish we had more money, but we don't. Slow going. Some turtles actually require a lot. There's a fish, yeah. A turtle called the diamondback terrapin. And they are adorable. And when we went to the pet store, they had one. And it was curious, and it looked at us, and it was adorable. It blinked its little eyes at us, and I was like, that would be the one I would want to take home. Even though I promised myself no semi-aquatic pets since Gus, who was my baby, because they don't live very long. Well, you can sell diamondback terrapins mostly because they are less than 4 inches. And when you have an animal less than 4 inches, a turtle, they consider them like a scientific study species or a test species or whatever, specimen. So you cannot, I repeat, you cannot, as sad as this is for me, take that turtle home. So I was starting to read up on them, and they're social, and I was like, oh, that's so cute. And then it's like they need a right temperature, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna be difficult. They need a certain amount of saline in the water, and I was like, oh god. Okay, so the diamondback terrapin is actually, even though they're tiny and they're so cute, they're actually kind of hard to take care of. And that's the way it is when you have a lot of different types of like reptiles and stuff. Because reptiles, a lot of them need heat lamps. A lot of them, if they're aquatic or semi-aquatic, they need the right amount of saline in the water. They need the right amount of this or that in the water. It's difficult. So I don't want an animal that I can very easily like put too little salt in their aquarium and like kill them. Like, that sounds like my worst nightmare, honestly. And one of the VTubers was actually having an issue with their leopard gecko because you have to have the aquarium or the whatever, like, only so warm and so cool for them. And it used to be just too warm or too cold. And they were starting to get, like, really upset because they didn't want anything to happen to their pet, obviously. So they were like asking around, like, does anybody know what's going on or what lamp I should use or whatever. So if there is an animal that's that delicate, I don't know if I could actually do that. Because I honestly thought about having a tortoise. No, not just a turtle, but a tortoise, but a lot of them require heat lamps and such, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. Plus, if you get an animal that is not considered is not a cat or a dog, it's considered an exotic animal, even if it's a fish or whatever. And a lot of vets actually don't want to deal with those. Yeah, I think I would fuck up. I honestly do. And I don't think it's fair to an animal for me to, if it's that easy to hurt it. I'm not experienced with a lot of different reptiles, so I don't think it would be fair to an animal to bring it to my house and be like, hello, you can live with me, and then be like, oh, by the way, I don't know whatever I'm doing and you need actual, like, care, like, you know, very fussy, peculiar care. I'm not saying that that's what happened to your friend's pet or anything. I'm just saying that some pets really require a lot of adjustments and an environment that's just right and whatnot. Like, another thing I will never have as a pet is an axolotl. They're really cute, really doofy guys and gals, but I don't think I can, because I think axolotls actually take a fair amount of specialized care. And again, I don't want to bring something into my home that's very finicky. You know, one of the many reasons for me not to be a mother, you can fuck up so many things with a human. You really can. Most people don't think about it, but you can fuck up a lot with a human. You can feed it too much, you can feed it too little, you can feed it the wrong thing. Like just recently I was looking at a post online where somebody actually said you should not give human infants water. And a lot of people were like, that's a lie. And I looked and I don't think it is. I actually think it's legit. Well, I'm very sorry for your friend. I hope your friend is holding up okay with the loss. But yeah, you're not supposed to give human infants water. And I'm like, how many people don't know that? Because I don't know that. I honestly didn't know that. I've never done it. But you know, when babies are babies, when they're newborn, you have to feed them just like a couple of ounces of formula or breast milk every 2 hours. Are you gonna remember to feed something every 2 damn hours? Newborn babies can go through 10 diapers a day. I don't know if I would be good enough to remember all that. As a matter of fact, when Little Wolf was born and his parents were getting things ready, I actually sat down and I made calculations as to how much diapers they would need for the first year of Little Wolf's life. And how much per diaper was a good deal, where to get the good deal diapers, how to get better deals for diapers. And my ex-sister-in-law actually said to me, boy, you have nothing to do with your time, do you? And I just looked at her and I didn't say anything, and my mother said to her, you know, you were very rude just now. And my sister-in-law was like, sorry. Because they had a lot to do and a lot to think about. So one of the ways I show that I care is to like do research and stuff for people. So, but yeah, it wasn't exactly welcomed. But you wouldn't believe how many like mommy groups I joined just to know about like deals on diapers and what everything needed and all that kind of stuff, so that my brother and sister-in-law at the time would know exactly what to do for Little Wolf. And yeah, it's so much to do for little humans and things under your care. I'm just so worried I'm gonna hurt something. I am like really, I have anxiety. And I laugh about it, but it's true. My mom used to call me a worrier. I didn't understand that meant I have anxiety. I just thought I meant that I cared about everything all at once forever. And I thought about every situation, no matter how unlikely. When Golden Wolf's partner walked out, on him and Little Wolf, we actually came there for like 6 weeks to help take care of Little Wolf. And I was so terrified that something was going to happen to Little Wolf in the middle of the night. And it was something like, you know, as common as like him stopping breathing in the middle of the night, not knowing it, to like the mini fridge on the table next to the bed falling off and landing on Little Wolf, and just really weird scenarios that really would not happen. Okay, where are my current parts? I should search for the thing. Well, he's not with. That is definitely his ex, and for a lot of reasons. His ex was abusive. Shock, right? And had a lot of mental problems. And I'm not saying that you can't be a good spouse with mental problems. God knows, you know, I have problems and husband has problems. We all have problems. But, no, she didn't want to get help for hers. She would go off her meds. She would just do a lot of different not healthy behaviors. So she was not a nice person. She would tell her family lies, including that Golden Wolf would actually keep her chained in the basement of where they lived, and that was definitely not true. One thing I can tell you is that my oldest brother, he thought she hung the goddamn moon and stars. And she would not work. She would not have a job. And he would get up early in the morning before he went to work to make her breakfast, so that she had something to eat, make sure she had everything she needed before he left for work. And they were still living with my family at the time. So Tall One was still living there. My mom was still living there. And she wasn't alone at all. But he made sure she had everything. But yeah, she would lie and stuff. To the point where, during their divorce, she told the judge so many humdingers that they actually burst out laughing. That's how not good things were. Yeah, she was. You know? And so I do have to say that Golden Wolf is a good husband. He is a good father. He is a good friend. I can tell you those things for sure. But yeah. It was something else. His wife would hit on me. She would like literally like lay next to me and like kiss my damn neck. And if you know anything about me, you know several things, including I have a partner, myself, who I'd been with for quite the while. I do not bat for the other team, or both teams as it were. If you do, hey, good for you. I'm happy for you. If you can find a consensual person to have fun with, that's an adult, oh, I'm so happy for you. Love is love, go have fun, whatever it is you want. But I am not that way. I am attached, I am monogamous. And she would lay next to me, kissing my neck. And I was just like, okay, I'm going too far. And yeah, I was like, I don't think this is a good idea, you know. And she would call me Chocolate. I'm a white girl, okay? She would call me Chocolate. Why would my ex-sister-in-law call me Chocolate? Because my ex-sister-in-law loved chocolate, but she knew she couldn't have it. That's why she called me Chocolate. And yeah. And no, she wasn't really in love with me. Don't worry about that. She was not. She made passes at Tall One as well, at points. She actually ended up in Tall One's bed at one point. And Tall One woke up and looked at her and said, how the hell did you get in my damn bed? Like, it just wasn't a good situation. And Golden Wolf, bless him, and I mean that, he tried so hard to get her help, to be there for her, to go to all her appointments, physically, psychologically, everything. And The reason I use she, her for his ex, even though at one point she claimed to be trans, is because she didn't stay that way. She actually went back to being she, her. So that's why I don't use he, him, or they, them. Because his ex at one point had said they were trans, then they were non-binary, then they weren't. And they were just cis again. And nobody was pressuring anybody for anything. But I don't know. I don't know. It was a very messed up situation. My brother tried very hard. And she was a liar and she was toxic. And I really do hope that she got the help she needed. She was not allowed to see Little Wolf without not a chaperone, a supervised visitation. So that should tell you just how she came off in the courts. And yeah, it was rough on Golden Wolf. And yeah, so I don't blame Golden Wolf for like still having like a lot of feelings to dig through for that, you know. But he got Little Wolf out of it, and Little Wolf is a joy. He is so cute and so funny, and he's so smart. You know, I know that he has his diagnosis and whatnot, but he is such a great kiddo. I haven't seen him in over a year. I miss him so much. I couldn't find it yet. I thought it was in the limestone cave. I'll have to see next go. But yeah, so my oldest brother, he really tried to make things work. Sometimes really good men put up with a lot of shit. It isn't just, you know, good women that get fucked. We can talk about the fact that he and I aren't getting along, but I can tell you for sure that he is a good father and he was a good husband. And that makes me sad that she didn't see that. She didn't care. Okay, let's go to the waiting room. I could have redispatched this person and I just didn't, because I'm like that. Let's have him go get black vinegar. Dispatch to black vinegar. Yeah. Someday I hope he finds a woman that suits him. And I know it's gonna be hard because Little Wolf is disabled. I mean, God knows my mom never found anybody after my dad, so. But there'll be someone out there. I believe everybody has a someone. Like I said, maybe that's my hopeful ignorance talking. But I believe everybody has a someone. And I hope he finds his, and I hope he has a happy life. Even though I know that the odds of me and Golden Wolf actually reconciling are slim to none. I still hope that he has a good life. I think he's owed that for a lot of reasons. My husband will never see him as a good person because of how much pain I'm in, but I do. I don't think he's like the best brother for me always because of the way he sees me, but that's not here nor there. People can be like good friends and be bad parents, or good parents and be bad partners, or whatever. They can. Or be good siblings and be bad like grandchildren or whatever. It's people can operate like that. Like my dad was a POS as a husband and as a father, but my dad was an amazing friend. Like, if you were my dad's friend and you needed something, boom, he was there. He'd drop everything. But if you were his child or whatever, no. Come on, don't die on me. I need that. Okay. Then that's because people are complicated, you know? And they're allowed to be. Sometimes I actually think about seeing a counselor again because of my amount of loss and stuff. But it hasn't helped yet, and I've seen two. Somebody told me that I need a psychiatrist and not a counselor because I need a disability-informed, trauma-informed psychiatrist because of all the different stuff I've been through in my life. And I'm like, I don't know about trauma, but then something hits me and I'm like, oh yeah, trauma, hi trauma. Like, you can't really get away from it all the time, but sometimes you just don't know. Okay, I'm gonna, like, can I actually add ingredients to this thing? No, I cannot. Okay, we're gonna swap this out then. We're just gonna go down the row. There we go. Yeah, that is true. And you know, sometimes I say to my husband a lot when he's talking about like not being happy with the way he is for one reason or another. And I tell him, or when we're having like money issues or whatever, I tell him all we can do is all we can do. You know? If your best on a given day is 20%, then that's what you can give. Like, you've given at that point everything you can. All you can do is all you can do. And I firmly believe that. Okay, I need to still go find those materials. Some kind of mail is here. This is our first email of the series. And that means we are getting a jellyfish party. Hello residents, we have finally launched Tourism Committee to promote the newly discovered mysterious blue hole. Love me some big deep holes. Our first event, the jellyfish party, will be held in 3 days. If you know of any restaurants that can serve jellyfish dishes to match the theme, please spread the word. Ooh, a party, what a nice looking picture. I guess they're trying to open the place for tourism. I hope it doesn't get too chaotic. While it's a party held on a special day, we just need to prepare for more customers. The mail said the party's theme was jellyfish. The jellyfish will be popular. We have 3 days. Aha, make sure to prepare some jellyfish. Yep. So that's what it is. So we're gonna have to go hunt jellyfish specifically because then we can sell more food. On the days of the party, certain dishes will be popular, but you will just sell more, period. So let's research this dish. That's all we got. Okay, now I'm gonna go hunt some jellyfish and see if we can get that stuff together. I haven't been reading much lately. My baby brother gave me a Mary Oliver poetry collection for my birthday back in February. And I got kind of fucked up over that, my birthday. So I didn't read it yet, but I might start. Mary Oliver is very accessible, but beautiful. She makes the mundane, the ordinary, gorgeous. And one of the quotes people use for her, and I think I've said this before, is they always quote her as saying, "What are you going to do with your one wild and precious life?" And basically they're using that as a YOLO type thing. Like, you better get out there, you better do everything you need to do because you only got one shot, like, go get it. And if you read the poem around the saying of the lines, at the end she asks that, but what is she doing in the poem otherwise? Mary Oliver is watching a grasshopper. Mary Oliver is contemplating life and things, and she is not going out skydiving. She is not going out to the Bahamas partying and drinking till dawn. She is not doing those things. She is taking a quiet moment, reflecting, pausing, breathing, almost like a meditation, almost like a prayer. And when she asks that, she does that in a way as if to ask you about your wild and precious life. In a way, she's saying, slow down. In a way, she's saying, it's the little things. It's the little things that matter. So whenever anybody uses it for like college graduates and they're like, you better get that good job, you better get that amazing house, you better get that rockin' hot bod, you better get that spouse that can rock your world 8 times a week, whatever it is, that's not what she's saying. What are you going to do with your one wild and precious life? Are you going to stop and listen? It is a meditation. It is a call for prayer. It is not about running off and being wild in that way. So, I think people forget what it's like to slow down, especially in the technological age. I know I'm one to talk. I like play video games or listen to music or whatever literally all the time, but I'm really trying to slow down. I'm trying to enjoy. I'm almost 40, you know? I got what, 8 months till 40? Yeah. Heed your own calling, but also there is a slowness. The thing is, if you run through life, you don't get another one. So if you spend your life running through the halls to find the right doorway, you're gonna miss all the artwork on the walls in the hallway. You're gonna miss the people traveling alongside you in the hallway. And that's one of the things I worry about with my life, because I'm a very forward, for the most part, a very forward thinker. And I've always been trapped in the future. You know, thinking, what if I do this? Will it lead to that? Where will I be in 10 years? If I try this, will I get there then? If I do this, will this be the end result? And I get so caught up in getting everything done, doing everything perfect, that it really makes me miss the present a lot of times. And that's another thing I worried about with like all the family stuff in the past. Like, well, I get trapped in the past, right? So you need to remember your present. And it is so easy to just Netflix your way out of another day, or it's so easy to just think about the future like, oh God, work sucks right now, I wish it were the weekend. I understand doing things to get you through. And yeah, we're killing jellyfish now, we have to. I understand doing things to get you through. If you're having a particularly hard day, that relaxing bath at home is nice. But the thing is, and somebody said this and I forget who it is, it's Tuesday, you're already wishing it was the weekend. Don't wish your life away. And I never thought of it that way. So many people are like, oh my God, I can't wait till summer. I can't wait to go on the beach and like do all the things in the summertime, or when school is out, or I can't wait till it's Christmas, or I can't wait till I'm old enough to drink whatever. I can't wait, I can't wait, I can't wait. I want it now. And don't wish your life away. They'll get there soon enough. And the things you had, a lot of them won't be back. So, don't wish it. Don't wish it away. Enjoy what you got. Find joy in what you got. If you can. See, for people like me, as far as like, the future doesn't look all that great sometimes because chronic pain and whatnot. So a lot of times, I would content myself with the future, like, maybe in the future you won't have so much pain, maybe in the future, blah, blah, blah. But in all honesty, it's like, I don't know how old I'm gonna get to be. If I spend like a quarter of my life wanting it to be different, probably more than that, what'll I end up with? I'm gonna turn around and my 30s will be gone. They almost are. I'm gonna turn around and my 40s will be gone. And then what? We're not guaranteed tomorrow. Don't wish it away. keep an eye on the future so you don't just decide to, you know, oh, I don't have to save money or anything for the future. I can just spend it all and it doesn't matter. I'm not saying live for the day to the point where it doesn't matter. I gotta stop collecting fish or I'm not gonna find those parts. But what I am saying is there has to be Marjorie Pay Hickney. Hinkley. Okay, I don't get the reference. I'm sorry. But yeah, there's just so many things. And you get old soon enough. Summer comes soon enough. Trust me. In my brain right now, we just got through Easter. And it's almost the 4th of July. Come on now. So, it's kind of how it is. I wish I would have found the parts before I quit. So maybe I'll try to dive one more time. Or do one more day. But, holy shit. I'm not doing a good job, Shelpers. I'm sorry. You know what? I'm going to increase the weight capacity on this thing. Oh, and I'm going to increase my gun damage. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We like this. Oh, the quote. Yeah. People end up wishing their life away. And I never thought about it I never thought that before. But it's true. We're always wishing for the weekend, wishing for the holidays, wishing for the time you go on vacation, wishing for something else. There is literally a song that says, don't wish your life away. And then don't wish for yesterday. So, it's true though. I mean, I think you should keep an eye on the future so you can kind of plan for it, but don't forget that this is the only moment. This is the only moment you have. Because even if you have another moment, it still becomes this moment. And this moment becomes the last moment. It's Craig Ferguson's song, really, as far as like, in his song for his night show, he said, it says, tomorrow is your future yesterday. And it's true. So I try very hard to be present. And it is difficult. Either I'm drifting back in the past when, like, I still had more of a family. Oh, there it is. There's one part. There's one part. Shelpers, oh my god, we found one. Or I'm drifting into the present or the future where my brain is like, we should get this done. Or we should, you know, will the future look like this? Will it look like that? And I don't know what it will look like, but my brain is always like, yeah, we should think about the future here. Ah, fuck my nuts. Stop it. Ah, the current is horrible. The current is horrible. I'm gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to wait. Okay, let me just... Fuck. It carried me. Okay, the next part's over there. Okay, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen. That's only the second part, though. I'm just gonna get the gun, so that way I can, like, make it more easily later. Oh, fuck you. There's our last part. Please. Please. Okay, I'm gonna hide under here. There's an oxygen capsule I may indulge while we're here. Well, I honestly don't. I just when I'm on stream, I just talk about everything though. Movies, games, my life, good and bad, ugly. I just talk about it all. Like I said, sometimes I think that's a bad idea. But I'm just real with it. I want to be real. I want to be authentic. It's not... I don't have a great time hiding things. I can. I am so good with the masks, it's unbelievable, to be honest. Like, if I didn't want people to know, you know... But part of it is I want people to know that, you know, there is a such thing as the struggle, and it's okay to struggle. I don't think it's okay to quit, though. You know, that's what I've been telling myself, too. Like, you need a break, fine. Do you want a pity party? Hell yeah, let's go. Let's get the pity party going. Let's get out the balloons. Let's cry. Let's do it all. Fine. But after a while, you gotta put the balloons away. You gotta get going. And that's what I tell myself. So... Oh, damn it. Stop eating me, 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 stop eating me. I really don't want to do this again. Please. Please, Lord. Okay. I need to find air. Okay, here we go. Then I want to go back up and get that goddamn saw shark that's been eating my asshole. Yeah, and like I said, I want people to know it's okay to struggle. But yeah, I throw myself pity parties sometimes. And then I put the balloons away. Because eventually you gotta get up and gotta get going. You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow unless you get there. You don't truly know. So I keep telling myself, okay, get there. Let's get there. I'm glad that you having like bad weight on you actually doesn't like kill you. Felt like the QTE isn't killed faster. Oh fuck. Can I kill you, please? I just want to kill you. You're almost dead. Thank you, Christ. I know I can't cut you up probably. And I'm probably gonna die down here. Okay, let's find a way out. Let's fall right here, right here. Okay. We're gonna make it, Shelpers. We're gonna make it. Alright, here we go. That is true. But I just mean life in general. You can walk away from some things, pick up other things. Sometimes you carry around so much crap that when you let things go, you can find other things. But don't give up entirely. Alright, we should be able to deploy a drone with this. You look exhausted, ha ha ha. Well, the sea currents did knock me around a bit. Aha, I see. It'll take a bit of time to repair the drone and deploy it. Please wait a while. I like the drone, it'll help me later. It should be done by tomorrow morning. Go about your business until then. Okay, we're gonna do the restaurant and then we'll probably call it a day for this game. I'm probably gonna do this game twice a week. That way I don't accidentally do stuff. Like do it off stream and then run into bad things. So I put Lost Judgment on hold, Judgment 2. Because I did a poll on it and people were like, yeah, you can put it off for a while. Right. And sometimes moving forward fucking sucks. And sometimes you scream all the way or you don't know what you're gonna do, and that's normal, you know? Like, a lot of times I don't know what I'm gonna do. And a lot of times it's because I don't really have a lot of choice. You know? And that's kind of how it is. And sometimes that's sad, to be honest. To not have a choice as to what's gonna happen or whatever, but you play the cards you've been dealt. You play them till you can't, and then you figure out something else. I am the queen of pivoting my life. I've been through so many pivots. I am at plan double Z for my life now. That's how many plans I've gone through. And you need to be adaptable and stuff, but I also know there are times that doesn't matter. Like, how willing to adapt you are doesn't actually matter, and you just end up getting slapped around for a while. But a streamer I watch sometimes used to be like a really fat person. And I say that as a fat person. I'm not being pejorative towards that. And he used to be like 600 some pounds. And he got weight loss surgery. And he always says two things over and over again. The first thing he says is the only hole you can dig yourself out of is the grave. And tough times don't last, but tough people do. He has like a very positive outlook on things, sometimes more than I do. But he's kind of right. And that's what I tell people is like, the good times aren't going to last, so savor them. And the bad times aren't going to last, so hold on. Either way, nothing is forever, and just get through what you can get through. It's hard to remember that when you're in the middle of it. Source, trust me, bro. But, you know, all you can do is all you can do at the same time. Okay. We need some better fish in here. We really do. No, I need to redo the wasabi. Hang on. Very good. Eventually, the redhead who works in my kitchen will pour drinks. But this drink isn't hard. Beer is harder. And then when we get margaritas or whatever, or cocktails, oh my god, the cocktails are terrible. I always find somebody that can do cocktails because it's so rough. I don't know if it's the controls for me or what, but it bangs my dick around. It really does. Okay, swap. Yeah, moving into the unknown is scary, but sometimes feeling like there is no move to make is really, really hard. And with being in chronic pain all the time and like being virtually bedbound a lot of days, I feel like I can't really do anything. Like there is no move to make, if that makes sense. And I know a lot of people feel that way as well. One of the reasons I became a VTuber is because I wanted to meet people, and I wasn't meeting people where I am. You know, you're home all the time, you're not meeting people. It's just kind of how it is. So I tried very hard to get myself going as a VTuber so that I can meet people. Which is one of the reasons I'm not fake, is because I don't want to meet people fake. I want to meet people real. I want to meet people where they're at, where I'm at. One of the reasons I didn't keep a persona is because, one, I meet wherever I go. But two is that if people like me or don't like me, I want them to like me or not like me on the way I am. And that's how I've always been. So I think that's a good thing to just be, if I want to meet people, just to be authentic then, because why not? Okay, Dr. Bacon says, good morning. Sorry I couldn't come by yesterday because of the symposium. Did you speak to Cobra? Oh, come to think of it, I got materials since Cobra said he was repairing a drone yesterday. Oh, a bit late, says Cobra, aren't I? Ha ha ha. I repaired the drone just fine thanks to you. I got some supplies as well. Here's the bombs you asked for also. Oh, thank you, interrupts Dave. Dr. Bacon, will these do? Alright, let's head to the rock pile, says Dr. Bacon. Oh, wait, says Cobra. I haven't finished. Starting today, the Cobra shop is officially open. Huh? What's that? Ha ha! Deliveries have stopped, but with the drone in working order, I can transport 3 types of items in a day. Talk to me and select the Cobra shop to see a list of the changes every day. I'll also buy stuff you don't need. Check out the sell tab. I have a feeling you'll charge high prices, but it's nice to be able to prepare. I won't charge high prices just because I've got the only business here, so don't be afraid to visit often. Yeah, sometimes I feel like my life is lateral moves, if that makes sense. In any case, it's time to head back to the rock pile. Yeah, when he talks about his shop now, I'll show you what he means by that. You can buy auxiliary items and sell your items at Cobra Shop. Cobra Shop is only accessible in the morning and afternoon. Because remember, you'll be able to dive eventually. Purchased items can be used for 1 day, so keep that in mind. 1 dive, actually. Just in case there's something worth documenting inside. How about the underwater camera? I love the camera and hate it. The camera, that's right. It'll be important for research to record important data with photos. Take the camera and I'll let you know when I find the right place to use it. So yeah, I hope y'all are liking Dave the Diver because this is coming back for the next, I don't know how long. But that being said, I think it's time to look at our thingy bingy. And hold on. My husband made me smaller, so I can't really see the save button. Okay, we're gonna save and return the title. Okay, so tomorrow is Cat Quest 2. Husband will be here for it, I believe. He'll be the doggo. And that will finish off the week. I have a hangout with my mods on Saturday night, if I'm remembering correctly. And yeah, that'll probably do till next week. I'll probably do Dave twice and Cat Quest once. When we get Cat Quest done, because we'll get it done probably before Dave, I will go ahead and put back in Lost Judgment, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, everybody? All right, I will see you later. Bye!